this just into CNN. Donald Trump says he pleaded the Fifth in a deposition today with the New York Attorney General, Letitia James. That happened this morning. She and her team are investigating the finances of the Trump Organization.
You see, the mob takes the Fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
He was ordered to sit for questioning as part of an investigation into the Trump Organization's finances. This is video from a short time ago. It shows Trump leaving his deposition in New York City and waving to the cameras.
I think he's misplayed his hand here by taking the Fifth. You know, maybe it'll provide temporary protection for some of his people. But in the end, he's going to have to come clean in one environment or another. And it would be so much stronger if he could tell us what's really going on, not only at Mar-a-Lago, but what's going on here in these other fronts.
For everybody who wants to see Donald Trump weaken politically, the timing of his taking the Fifth in the New York deposition could not have been much better. Hello, everybody. I'm David Shuster, and thanks for joining us. Let's put aside for a moment the sheer hypocrisy of Donald Trump railing against people who take the Fifth and his doing so now. Keep in mind that these developments come just 2 days after the FBI and Department of Justice raided his home in Mar-a-Lago. And that federal government action, irrespective of the legal justification for it, did something which is difficult for most institutions to do, and that is make Donald Trump look sympathetic. The raid infuriated countless Republicans and even members of the GOP who are rivals of Donald Trump, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former Vice President Mike Pence. Even they questioned the FBI raid and issued statements calling it an overreach. Across the board, Republicans, including many who cannot stand Donald Trump, have been portraying the raid as too much and thereby enabling Donald Trump, of all people, to look like a victim. But now, 2 days later, by asserting his constitutional rights to remain silent, Donald Trump is back to being an abrasive and obnoxious hypocrite. A criminal, as he would say, who is hiding something. And it's hard even for some Republicans to feel empathy or sympathy for criminals. And here's something else. You know who did not take the Fifth when she was questioned by federal agents? Hillary Rodham Clinton. She did not take the Fifth when investigated over Benghazi. She did not take the Fifth when questioned about her missing emails. She cooperated with investigators. But here is Donald Trump doing everything he can to stymie an investigation into his Trump Organization. Let me be clear. All Americans, including political leaders, have a constitutional right under the Fifth Amendment to remain silent. But there is generally an expectation that political leaders answer questions in a criminal investigation. Furthermore, think about the 2024 Republican presidential primaries. It's fair to assume that Donald Trump, if he runs, will still face some opposition. Does anybody in the Trump world really think that political opponents of his are going to give him a pass on his hypocrisy? They will say, President Trump, what are you hiding in the New York investigation? You were the one who said that the mob takes the Fifth, and that if you were innocent, why are you taking the Fifth? What crimes are you trying to hide, Mr. Trump? And that's just in the Republican primaries. Democrats are going to have a field day with Trump over his refusal to answer questions and, of course, so much more. In general, Trump's hypocrisy may be nothing new. But coming now, at a time when he is revving up support and sympathy for another presidential run, Trump's hypocrisy matters.